Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Unlocked. I'm Peter. Today, we're going to practice something every English learner needs: talking confidently about your daily routine. Do you ever freeze when someone asks, "What's your day like?" or struggle to find the right words? Don't worry, this episode is made for you. You'll learn natural daily expressions, practice short and long answers step by step, and get real speaking time to help you think in English, not translate. By the end, you'll be able to describe your day smoothly and sound more natural. So, if you want more practical lessons like this in real English you can use every day, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. It really helps the channel grow and bring you more useful lessons. Are you ready to start speaking confidently about your day? Let's begin. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Unlocked. I'm Peter, and today I want to talk with you like a friend. I have learned English for more than 10 years, and I know it is not easy. When I started, I was shy. I was afraid to speak. I made many mistakes. But step by step, I learned how to enjoy English every day. Today, I want to help you do the same. Let's start with something simple: your daily routine. Talking about your day is one of the best ways to practice English. It's about real life, the things you do every morning, afternoon, and evening. You don't need hard words. You just need to speak about your own life. In this lesson, we will go slowly. First, I'll ask you simple questions like, "What time do you wake up?" or "What do you eat for breakfast?" Then I'll give you short and long answers to help you sound more natural. After that, you will have time to speak with me, out loud. Yes, really speak. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Find a quiet place, put on your headphones, and just listen and repeat. You can do this while you cook, walk, or clean your room. The goal is to speak and think in English a little every day. That's how I started, and it really changed my life. So, take a deep breath, smile, and let's begin this small but powerful journey together. By the end, you'll be able to talk about your day with confidence and enjoy every word you say. Every day starts with the morning, right? For me, my morning is very special because it sets the tone for my whole day. I usually wake up around 7 o'clock. When I open my eyes, sometimes I feel sleepy, but I always try to smile. A small smile helps me feel good and ready to start the day. When I was learning English, I used my mornings to practice. I listened to short English podcasts while I brushed my teeth or made my bed. At first, I didn't understand everything, and that's okay. The important thing was to listen every day. Little by little, my ears and my brain got used to English sounds. After waking up, I drink a glass of water and stretch a little. Then I ask myself a simple question in English: how do I feel today? Sometimes I answer, "I feel happy." Sometimes I say, "I feel tired." It's a small practice, but it helps me think in English without translating. If you are a beginner, you can do the same. Every morning, say 1 or 2 sentences about your day. For example, "I wake up at 7, or "I make coffee." Don't worry if it's short. Just speak out loud. It's a great way to start your day with English and with energy. The morning is not only about waking your body, it's also about waking your English mind. When you make this a habit, you will feel proud of yourself. And trust me, small steps like this will help you grow faster than you think. After I wake up, the first thing I do is drink a glass of water. It helps me feel fresh and ready for a new day. Sometimes I stretch my arms and take a deep breath. It feels so good. I try not to check my phone right away, because when I do, my mind becomes busy too early. When I was learning English, I used this quiet morning time to think in English. I looked around my room and said simple words. For example, I said, "This is my bed. This is my window. The sun is bright today." It sounds simple, but it really helped me. It made English part of my daily life, not only a school subject. You can try this too. After you wake up, look at things around you and name them in English. You can say, "I drink water. I wash my face. I make my bed." Don't worry if it's not perfect. The goal is to make English natural, like talking to a friend. I remember one day, I looked in the mirror and said, "Good morning, Peter. Let's have a great day." I laughed a little, but it made me happy. Speaking to myself in English became a small, fun routine. And slowly, I started to think in English without trying too hard. So, the first moments after you wake up are powerful. Use them to build a simple English habit. Just a few words each morning can make a big change over time. It's a small start, but it's the start that matters most. After I finish my morning routine, it's time for my favorite part, breakfast. I always eat breakfast because it gives me energy for the day. When I was younger, I sometimes skipped it, but I learned that a good breakfast helps me think better and stay focused. Usually, I have something simple, maybe eggs, toast, and a cup of coffee. Sometimes I eat fruit or drink milk. While I eat, I like to listen to English audio or a short podcast. It's a small thing, but it helps my ears get used to English sounds. I don't try to understand every word. I just listen and let the words flow. I still remember when I started doing this. At first, I felt lost. I thought, this is too hard. But after a few weeks, something changed. I started to recognize more words. I began to understand the rhythm of English. That made me so happy. If you are learning English now, breakfast time can be your small English time too. You can listen to a short story, read a few lines, or even talk to yourself. For example, say, "I eat bread. I drink tea. I feel good today." Simple sentences, but very powerful for your brain. Breakfast is not just food for your body, it's also food for your English mind. When you mix English with your morning, it becomes part of your life. And trust me, when English becomes part of your life, learning feels easier and more natural every single day. After breakfast, I start my work or study time. This part of the day is very important for me because it's when my mind is fresh. I usually open my laptop, check my plan for the day, and begin with small tasks first. Step by step, that's my secret. I don't rush anymore, because I learned that doing one small thing well is better than doing many things fast. When I work, I also use English. Sometimes I write short notes in English or listen to English songs while working. It helps me keep English in my daily life without stress. In the past, I tried to study too hard. I used to force myself to memorize long lists of words. But it made me tired and bored. Now, I study in a more natural way, just a little every day. I remember one morning, I was working and watching a short English video. There was a new word I didn't know, and I looked it up. Later that day, I heard the same word again. I smiled and thought, wow, I'm really learning. That small moment made me feel so proud. If you are busy like me, don't worry. You don't need hours to learn English. You just need small moments, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Use English in your real life, when you read, work, or even think. That's how English slowly becomes part of who you are. Every morning gives us a new chance to learn something small. And trust me, these small steps, when done every day, will take you very far. After working for some hours, I always take a small break. I drink some water, stretch my body, and go for a short walk. It helps me feel fresh again. During my break, I like to listen to short English podcasts or watch simple English videos. I don't try to understand every word. I just listen and enjoy the sound of English. At first, I didn't understand much. I remember thinking, oh no, my English is too bad. But after some time, I started to catch small words and short phrases. That was a big win for me. I realized that learning English is not about understanding everything. It's about staying calm and letting your brain get used to the language. Sometimes, I even talk to myself during my walk. I say small things like, the sky is blue, or, I feel happy today. It sounds funny, but it really helps. Speaking out loud makes English feel more natural. You don't need to be perfect, just speak. I know it can feel strange to talk to yourself, but no one is watching you. You are practicing for your future conversations. These little breaks are not only for resting your body, but also for training your English mind. Every time I finish a break, I feel new energy. It's like I pressed the reset button. I go back to work or study with a smile, thinking, yes, I'm getting better, step by step. After lunch, I usually feel a little sleepy. It's normal, right? So I like to do something light, not too hard. Sometimes I read a short English story or watch an English vlog about daily life. I choose something simple, something I really enjoy. I remember one time, I watched a video about a person's day in London. It was so interesting to see how they lived. I didn't understand every word, but I understood the feeling. I could guess what they were saying from their actions. That made me feel happy, because I was learning with joy, not stress. Learning English should not always be serious. When you enjoy what you do, your brain remembers better. That's what I learned after many years. So, in the afternoon, I make my learning fun. Sometimes I write a few sentences about my day in English. Just simple things like, I ate rice for lunch, or, I feel tired but happy. At first, I made many mistakes. But I didn't stop. I told myself, mistakes are part of the journey. Now, when I look back at my old notes, I can see how much I've improved. It makes me smile every time. So if you feel tired in the afternoon, don't give up. Do something small, something easy, but do it in English. Even a short video or a few sentences can help you grow a little more every day. In the evening, I like to slow down. The day is almost done, and I want to relax my mind. But I still try to keep English in my life, just in a calm and easy way. Sometimes I watch a short English movie with subtitles. Sometimes I listen to soft English songs while cooking dinner. It's a nice way to end the day and still learn a little. I remember when I started doing this, it felt so relaxing. I didn't feel pressure to study. I just listened, enjoyed the story, and picked up a few new words. That's when I realized something very important. Learning English doesn't always mean studying hard. It can also mean living with English every day, in small and happy ways. After dinner, I like to write a few lines in my journal. Nothing big, just how I feel or what I did that day. For example, today I watched a movie, or I learned a new word, wonderful. It helps me remember and also makes me proud of myself. Sometimes I read those old notes again, and I see how my English slowly got better. And honestly, that makes me smile. It's not about being perfect. It's about being patient and enjoying each step. So in the evening, I don't study hard. I just live with English. A little movie, a little writing, a little music. And that's enough to make me feel good and keep my English growing, one peaceful day at a time. Before I go to bed, I like to take a few quiet minutes for myself. I sit on my bed, close my eyes, and think about my day. I ask myself, what did I do in English today? Maybe I listened to a song, watched a video, or wrote a few sentences. Even small things count, because small things done every day make a big change over time. Sometimes I feel tired and lazy. There are days when I don't want to study at all. And that's okay. I learn not to be too hard on myself. Learning English is like a long walk. You don't need to run fast, you just need to keep walking. At night, I also like to read a few lines from an easy English book before sleeping. It helps me relax and sleep better. And it's funny, sometimes I even dream in English. The first time that happened, I was so surprised. It felt like my brain was finally starting to think in English naturally. If I make mistakes, I don't worry too much. Tomorrow is another day to try again. The most important thing is to enjoy the process. Every small word, every small sentence, brings you closer to your goal. So before you sleep, take 1 minute and smile. You did something today to learn. And that is enough. Step by step, day by day, that's how real progress is made. When I look back at my day, I feel happy and thankful. Every small English moment, from morning to night, helps me grow a little more. It's not about being perfect, it's about being better than yesterday. After 10 years of learning English, I can say this: small steps really work. Many people ask me, Peter, what is the secret to learning English? And I always smile and say, there is no big secret. Just make English a part of your life every day. Listen a little, read a little, speak a little. Do it with love, not pressure. I still remember when I couldn't say even a full sentence. I felt shy, and sometimes I wanted to give up. But I didn't stop. I kept going, slowly but surely. And one day I noticed I was speaking without thinking in my language first. That was a beautiful moment. So my friend, don't worry if you make mistakes. Don't worry if you are slow. Keep learning with joy, one word at a time. Believe me, one day you will look back and say, wow, I did it. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you like this story and want more simple English lessons like this, remember to follow English Unlocked, share it with your friends, and keep unlocking your English every single day. See you next time, and never stop learning. And before we finish, let me share 2 simple tips that really changed my English journey. First, use English every day in small ways. Speak, listen, or write even just for a few minutes. Second, don't wait to be perfect. Start using what you know right now. That's how real progress happens. Thank you so much for learning with me today. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to English Unlocked for more simple, real-life English lessons. I can't wait to see you again in the next episode. Keep learning, keep smiling, and keep unlocking your English every day.